Alright people, this is part 2 of the Phil Neville Show. Now I'm going to get into my Premier League predictions for this weekend's games. So, Brighton against Tottenham. Big game for Pochettino. Big game, and I've got a stat about both teams. I'm going to bring that in. Wherever it is. That's not it. But I can tell you this stat about this game. Tottenham, this is a shocking statistic. Tottenham have not won away from home in any English competition since beating Fulham back in January. That is bad. And their only win since then was a win at Ajax in the Champions League semi-finals. They go to Brighton this weekend. Brighton are struggling as well. One win this season so far, away at Watford. And here's another shocking stat. Brighton's last home win was against Huddersfield back in March. What do you think the score's going to be? I think I'm going to go for a Tottenham 2-0 win. I know they conceded 7 against Bayern. Brighton possibly could score a goal, but I think Tottenham are going to go and keep a clean sheet. I'm going to stick with my prediction because I could be wrong. I found the sock there. So I'm going to go for 2-0 to Spurs. Burnley against Everton. This is going to be a very, very interesting game at Turf Moor. Last season, Sean Dyche is under big pressure on Boxing Day after Everton won 5-1 against Sean Dyche's men. What do you think the score is going to be? I think Burnley are actually going to win this game by 2-1. I think they're going to make it very, very difficult for Everton. And I think Marco Silva, the pressure will be cranking up on him. There's a very interesting game this week as Liverpool, the league leaders, take on Leicester, who are third. Brendan Rodgers returns to Anfield. And I think Leicester are going to lose this game, unfortunately. I think Liverpool will have too much quality for them. I'm going to go for Liverpool 3, Leicester City 1. Norwich against Aston Villa. Norwich can be very, very good at home. Their last home game was actually against Man City, the 3-2 win. And Villa, I think they've only won once this season, and that was against Everton. And to be honest, they do need to pick up more points, and I think they will do. But I don't think they'll get anything this weekend, as I think Norwich are going to win the game by 2-1. Watford take on Sheffield United. The bottom club, Watford, entertain newly promoted Sheffield United, have been really, really impressive. I'm actually going to go for a Watford win. I don't know why. I've got a feeling that Watford are going to turn up and get 3 points in this game. It's very controversial, I know. I won't be surprised if they don't get any points, but I've got a feeling that Watford will get that first win and they'll see it as a big game at home before the international break. And I think Quique Sanchez-Flores will get his win. Watford 1, Sheffield United 0. And in the evening game, a London derby at the London Stadium as West Ham entertain Crystal Palace. I think West Ham are going to win this game by 3-1 at the London Stadium. I think Manuel Pellegrini's team will keep up their good form. On to Sunday's games, there's 4 games. Arsenal against Bournemouth. 2 teams who play exciting football. Always a great fixture between these two. Always goals. Arsenal, I think they're going to win this game quite comfortably. I think it's going to be Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 1. Man City take on Wolves. This game would have been a very, very competitive game to look at in the Premier League fixtures. Wolves got their first win of the season last week against Watford. I think City are going to be too strong, and I think they're going to win this game 2-0. I don't think it'll be a high-scoring afternoon for Manchester City, but I do think they're going to get 3 points in this one. Southampton against Chelsea. Always an interesting game when a big team goes to St Mary's. I think Chelsea are going to win this game, though. I think it is going to finish Southampton 1, Chelsea 2. And the final game of the Premier League weekend is Newcastle United against Manchester United. My boys, Man United. I'm very confident in the team. I'm actually quite confident in going into this game against Newcastle. I'm going to say Newcastle United 0, Manchester United 1. So that is my Premier League predictions. on to part 3.